Hello, this is Dr. Gay from First Take MRI, and this is a 25-year-old male with shoulder pain, and we did an arthrogram on him, and we could see the contrast as hyperintense inside the joint here. And these are two views. They look almost identical. Both of them have fat suppression. This is the subcutaneous fat that is dark. Normally the fat will be bright like this, but we do a special sequence to make the fat dark, and we're left with this. And what really stands out on both of these is fluid in the joint. This is fluid in the joint, the contrast we injected. And this is called a T1 weighted view. So on T1 weighted sequences, fat will be bright unless it's suppressed, and contrast will be bright. And we see the bright contrast. Now on this view, it looks almost identical, but this is a fat suppressed proton density sequence. So we see fluid is bright, not necessarily contrast, but just any fluid will be bright. This is the fluid mixed with the contrast bright. We also see another thing on this view that we don't see over here. This is a cyst called a paralabral cyst. This is associated with a torn labrum. So this is the inferior labrum. There's a little curvilinear band of hyperintense signal. That's the tear through the base of the inferior labrum. The superior labrum is this little dark band here, and the labrum goes all the way around the rim of this cup. But we see an obvious tear here, an inferior labral tear, communicating with a paralabral cyst. And again, on this proton density sequence, fluid will be bright, and so the cyst and fluid in the joint show up, the contrast mixed with saline. And on this view, we see the contrast showing up as bright, but there's no contrast in the cyst. This is just fluid. So on this T1 weighted view, the fluid will be low in signal, and only the contrast will be bright. So you can see they look very similar, but we can tell that this is a proton density and this is a T1, both with fat suppression. Thank you very much.